advantage of PSPF's digital platforms like ePSPF, available on www.pspf.org.zm. Download the mobile app on Google Play Store and App Store, or use the USSD code *3434# for easy access to all pension services. Public Service Pensions Fund, keeping the pension promise.
The news.
Hello and good afternoon. A look at the stories making headlines. Government to provide financial assistance to business owners and residents whose goods were lost or damaged during recent riots in Chingola and Chilila-Bombwe. Economist Kelvin Chisanga has emphasized the need for strategic policy reforms to reduce Zambia's reliance on the US dollar, arguing that such a move could help restore the strength of the kwacha, lower inflation, and enhance financial stability. Chifubu Member of Parliament Lloyd Lubosha has ignited critical conversation around Zambia's sweeping curriculum reform, urging inclusive stakeholder engagement as the country prepares for full implementation by 2026. Chipolopolo midfielder Kings Kangwa has rallied Zambian football fans to throw their full support behind the national team as they gear up for a high-stakes showdown against Morocco this Monday. Join me with the details shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
To present the news, my name is Mwema Shanshima. Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo has confirmed that the government will provide financial assistance to business owners and residents whose goods were lost or damaged during recent riots in Chingola and Chilila-Bombwe. This support, initiated by President Hakainde Hichilema, will be managed by a committee led by Bishop Joseph Kajila and will follow a strict verification process. Mr. Matambo condemned the riots, urging youths to pursue innovation and skills development instead of restoring to violence. He stressed that lawlessness will not be tolerated as it undermines national development and economic recovery. While praising the current peace in the province, he warned against compliancy and declared that fear should no longer define daily life. He also cautioned against fraudulent claims for aid, stating that impersonators will be arrested. Mr. Matambo concluded by affirming that those responsible for the unrest will be held accountable under the law.
Help those who lost their goods, like I've said. So after verification and the list is compiled, which I believe the list is already there, and those who lost their goods are already known, but we're just doing verification. They'll be given some cash, which will be like a starting capital, so that they go back in business. And let me warn those who always want to jump on a moving wagon. There are some people after this announcement, they will come from Lufanyama and Chisalia that to come and lie that I also lost something. You'll be arrested. You want true beneficiaries.
Economist Kelvin Chisanga has emphasized the need for strategic policy reforms to reduce Zambia's reliance on the US dollar, arguing that such a move could help restore the strength of the kwacha, lower inflation, and enhance financial stability. In an interview with Sun FM TV News, Chisanga highlighted the potential benefits of promoting local currency usage, especially among small and medium enterprises. noting that it could reinforce Zambia's monetary sovereignty and shield consumers from inflation driven by exchange rate fluctuations. He stressed that any shift towards de-dollarization must be transparent and grounded in solid economic fundamentals to build resilience. However, Chisanga cautioned against rigid enforcement, warning of liquidity challenges for import-dependent businesses and possible market distortions. For the transition to succeed, he said, Zambia must address key structural issues such as boosting copper export, stabilizing inflation, and improving power supply to support the kwacha's value.
Especially with the aspect with the certain sectors that are prone to the use of the dollar in the local market. One of the particular issues that this needed a wider spectrum of consultation, ensuring that everyone is covered from that perspective. We've got sectors such as tourism, which have got high sensitivity of dollar use because that's an international market sort of audience that we target for tourism products. Then when it comes to mining, yes, mining is directly linked to that.
Meanwhile, Lusaka trader Albert Shaba from Comesa Market has welcomed the Bank of Zambia's directive for small and medium enterprises and local traders to conduct business using the Zambian kwacha instead of foreign currencies. He described the move as a potential boost for the kwacha, which has been depreciating against the US dollar amid rising prices of goods and services. However, Shaba cautioned that the policy could pose challenges for traders who rely on imported goods if the kwacha remains weak. He said enforcing it as the primary trading currency may negatively impact businesses that depend on foreign suppliers. His remarks reflect a mix of optimism and concern as Zambia navigates efforts to reinforce its monetary sovereignty and stabilize the economy.
It will also affect the small business, small scale businesses. They will be affected because of that. I think they need to take a lot of time to do that. It will take a lot of time because let's say for example start trading in kwacha. If I want to go like in Tanzania, then I find that the kwacha is down, then the shilling is up. So it's like it will affect my business because the shilling is up, the kwacha is down. Now when you're trading in dollars, there will be that advantage, you see, because since it's a powerful currency.
Chifubu Member of Parliament Lloyd Lubosha has held a consultative meeting with parents, educators and community leaders to address concerns surrounding Zambia's upcoming national curriculum transformation set for full rollout by 2026. Mr. Lubosha stressed that the shift to a competence-based system could have been preceded by broader public engagement, noting widespread confusion, especially over the planned elimination of Grade 7 and Grade 12. He explained that the reversed curriculum aims to streamline the path to tertiary education and improve learning outcomes. While praising free education policy, Mr. Lubosha acknowledged its strain on infrastructure and resources. He commended the Constituency Development Fund for helping schools cope, but urged the Ministry of Education to deploy more teachers to Chifubu, citing population growth and rising demand. The MP concluded by calling for transparency, preparation and stronger support to ensure the curriculum reform benefits all stakeholders.
Access to education is one thing, but access to quality education is another. In a bid to elevate learning standards, Government of the Republic of Zambia has revised the national school curriculum, shifting from outcome-based model to a competence-based approach. The reform aims at transforming the education system and deliver improved learning outcomes for all pupils. However, inadequate infrastructure remains a pressing challenge. Many schools continue to grapple with overcrowded classrooms, with some accommodating over 100 pupils in a single space, an issue that threatens the delivery of quality education. In response to these developments, Chifubu Member of Parliament Lodi Luboja convened a consultative meeting with school heads and community members to discuss the implementation of the new curriculum ahead of its rollout in 2026.
Upon myself that I needed to invite you, particularly following the realignment and adjustment in the education curriculum. This realignment has come with a number of challenges.
Mr. Lubosha welcomed the curriculum reforms but stressed the need to deeper community engagement. He emphasized that pupils and parents must be adequately informed and prepared for the changes to ensure a smooth transition.
Others are just hearing that we are doing away with the grades, we are bringing the forms. There will be Form 1, Form 1, up to Form 6. Others are hearing from grade 1 up to grade 6. They want to know where grade 7 has gone, where Form 5 has gone. This information has not trickled to the community. So my humble appeal is to your office, Debs, is to ensure that please encourage the school aides to go back and call the community members and explain the realignment that has happened in the education sector.
Among the proposals discussed was the adoption of social media platforms to improve communications between schools and stakeholders, a move aimed at strengthening education delivery within the constituency.
So it will be important we create this social media platform where we can interact with the parents by sharing this information, because the Ministry of Education has already offloaded this information to the Office of the Debs.
District Education Board Secretaries' representatives were also present.
On what we are doing in terms of infrastructure, and in Sundu site, there is a secondary school that is being constructed, and of course, they are even doing the roofing, and of course, final touches. All things being equal, of course, by December, we should be handing over to the government.
PTC Chairperson John Chima of Temweni Secondary School in Chifubu, where the meeting was held, expressed optimism about the dialogue. He also outlined several challenges which he hoped would be addressed through collaborative efforts.
We are hoping out of the consultative meeting we can have a positive feedback to that effect. Our past letter as a school is very encouraging and we don't want it to go down.
Reporting for Sun FM Radio and TV, I'm Cletus Mutoki in Ndola.
We'll take a break, and when we return, we have more in sports news.
Keeping the pension from public service pension, till advantage to secure the future of our members, even after retirement and lead a normal life. Keeping the pension from
Public Service Pensions Fund, reaching you in all 10 provinces of Zambia. PSPF, keeping the pension promise.
Thank you for staying with us. And finally, in sports news, Chipolopolo midfielder Kings Kangwa has called on fans to stand behind the national team as they prepare for a tough encounter against Morocco on Monday. Speaking to Faz Media in Ndola, Kangwa expressed confidence that his strong form with Israel club Hopel Beersheva could help inspire Zambia to a vital victory. He acknowledged the challenge posed by Morocco, who have already qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup after a dominant 5-0 win over Niger, securing 18 points. Zambia, currently third in the group with 6 points, will face Morocco at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in a 15 hours kickoff. With Tanzania sitting second on 10 points and Congo-Brazzaville trailing with just one, Chipolopolo hopes of qualifying hinge on a strong finish. Only the 9 group winners will earn automatic World Cup spots, while the 4 best runner-ups will battle for a place in the FIFA playoff tournament. Kangwa urged supporters to remain hopeful and united emphasizing the team's determination to deliver a positive result.
A difficult game, very exciting game. This is the game we are looking forward. We are ready. We are doing everything, and we can't wait for Monday. So far, so good. Not very much, but we are getting used. And it's very difficult. It's been difficult for our team, but like I said, we are trying everything. So please stick with us, stay with us, and we're waiting for you. So please come to give us support, and we'll do our best. Of course, I'm doing my best. This is my plan, obviously, to try by all means to be there, to take the same motivation, the same preparation to bring it here also. And I think I'm in good shape, and I'll do my best to try to help the team.
And that sporting item ends our news. Before we go, a recap of the stories making headlines. Government to provide financial assistance to business owners and residents whose goods were lost or damaged during recent riots in Chingola and Chililabomboi. Economist Kelvin Chisanga has emphasized the need for strategic policy reforms to reduce Zambia's reliance on the US dollar, arguing that such a move could help restore the strength of the kwacha, lower inflation, and enhance financial stability. Chifubu Member of Parliament Lloyd Lubosha has ignited critical conversation around Zambia's sweeping curriculum reform, urging inclusive stakeholder engagement as the country prepares for full implementation by 2026. And finally, in sports news, Chipolopolo midfielder Kings Kangwa has rallied Zambian football fans to throw their full support behind the national team as they gear up for a high-stakes showdown against Morocco this Monday. Thank you for watching and listening. On behalf of the entire news crew and production team, my name is Mwema Shanshima. Stay tuned to Sun FM TV and radio.
Sun FM.
The Midday News on Sun FM was brought to you by the Public Service Pensions Fund, PSPF. Remember to send hi to our WhatsApp line.